Hello, my name is John Coward. I'm doing a presentation on quality in healthcare for United States University, nursing class number 375, week 4. My subject is Florence Nightingale. I really like talking about Florence Nightingale. I teach history of nursing to my nursing students, and Florence Nightingale is one of the people that we talk about. Her greatest achievement was to transform nursing into a respectable profession for women. At the time when she started, there were no female nurses stationed at hospitals in the Crimean War area. But after the battles that ensued and the death toll that rose, England was in such an uproar that she was asked by the Secretary of War to organize a corps of nurses to attend to the fallen and sick soldiers. She was a nurse that was dedicated to the service of serving people. She wrote over 200 books, published reports and pamphlets on hospital planning, organization. They were widely respected and led to what was probably some of the biggest accomplishments in nursing that we can relate to this day. Also known as the Lady of the Lamp. She's kind of special to me in the fact that I used to work night shift and I used to have to go around in the rooms with a flashlight. So I always thought of how Florence Nightingale kind of did that as well. And so I thought that was kind of interesting. One of the things that she did, I said, was quality of improvement and care of the wounded soldiers. She did a lot of research and dedication to like hospital planning, how to set up a hospital, how things should be organized and ran. Her approaches took a systematic approach that really improved the outcomes for soldiers during the Crimean War. During the Crimean War, the death rate for soldiers during a time period was over 3,100 soldiers died during their stay at the Crimean War after they were wounded. Most of them that died were not due to their wounds, but were due to infections and to other outside influences such as hygiene. She went in with her corps of nurses and were able to turn that around just by changing the design of a hospital, by allowing windows for airflow, moving unsanitary and unhygienic places away from where the clients were. Latrines and soiled linens and stuff like that were taken to another area. By making just these simple changes, she turned that death toll during the same period from 3,100 down to 84, which was a huge increase. And I tell students all the time when I talk to them, Florence Nightingale, she didn't invent antibiotics. She didn't invent new surgical procedures or instruments or anything like that. She simply took care of the people she was working for. 24-hour care in a clean environment with fresh dressings, 24 hours a day. The same things that we do in nursing today. And as you can see here in this graph, the light blue areas are the death tolls for the soldiers during the war. And you can see on the second graph over here, the blue areas being much smaller. And the soldiers were much more apt to survive their wounds rather than to die from either their wounds or the diseases that they contracted after being injured. I really like talking about her because, like I said, her influences are what influence modern nursing today. We look at 24-hour care. We look at cleanliness and hygiene and sterilization and things like that. Things that shaped nursing over, centuries, and they're still in practice today. It's really amazing when you stop and think about the influence that she has brought to nursing based on the activities she did and the evidence-based practice that she took so seriously and the research that she did to solve these simple problems of hygiene and cleanliness and hospital design. These are my references for my report. I appreciate you giving me the time and allowing me to make this presentation. Thank you again. My name is John Coward, and this is for United States University Nursing Class 375.